Hello, everybody. It is Steering here with Lex,
Hello.
and we are going to do PFA Season 2 Arceus Power Rankings now. So, I'm just gonna preface I do with this with every PR I do. Just because you have a bad score on a power ranking does not mean you will perform badly in the season itself. This is just how we feel about the teams going in. To add, we did not take types like the type itself being good or bad into account. We simply took it as, the type itself, or the team itself is built well, and how is it going to match up into its specific types and weaknesses in the field. The types that are not drafted, they don't get weighed as much as types that were drafted for those matchups. Anyways, we're going to start this off with our 12th place team and go up to the top team. This is ranked by me, Lex, Braylen, and Peachy to some extent. Cam was in call too, so a few people. Anyways, start with 12. We got Gamer Tag here. Lunatone, Bundle, Basket Legion, Palmont. I'm just not reading all these mons actually. What the hell? People can read. Lex, what are you thinking? Why are you 4 here?
So, problem with this team is it's just a watered down rain team and not a really well built rain team.
Yeah, I think for me it kind of feels like it's not fully buying into I am a rain team. It feels like there's a
Yeah,
few pieces here that don't exactly fit. Like I don't get obviously Pampor Swaddle's clearly here for webs, um, but it feels like Lunatone Bundle's a little bit of a weird fit here. Quagsire Flapple, bit of a weird fit. Lantern Carbink, I get it. You need a Volt Absorber, but it also just can't
right.
heal. You can't sustain. So you need to kill everything, kill fast. But I don't think you have enough weapons to do so.
No,
Also, your removal
you
is
don't.
literally a Blastoise. Period. It's good, but it's just the one mon.
Yeah,
The one guy is not. I don't think it's gonna cut it. So overall,
no.
14, 30. Braylon kind of said the same sort of things here. But yeah, you get 14 out of 30 here. Next up, we go from the rain to the sun. We got Seamaker's team here now with an 18 and a half. Lex, do you want to start this one off again?
Yeah, Sun, it's built a bit better, but it's very top heavy. Like the top half of the team is going to be what's brought every week, and the back half is a question mark. Like there's views and ideas and see the potential, but how well are you going to execute them?
Right. It's it's definitely interesting. Yeah, I think I'm still low on the float zone. I'm still not super high on the float zone. I see that it has libero, but I feel like you could have gotten something else with the speed tier instead of just floatzel, which isn't going
Right.
to click its stab much within that sun. Kind of the
Ice
same
could
thing.
have been a better choice there.
I don't think ice would be better. You kind of want to resist the rocks. Like I think if you could get a fighting would have been great there. Just as resist rock on switch.
Right.
And then it's just kind of bad matchup in the ghost, bad matchup in the dark, into
Yep.
flying, into poison. I mean, there's no poison, but flying and ghost and dark and normal are all in the
And
pool,
just,
and you
yep.
don't
And they
fare
can all
well with
just
those.
spam move, spam their stabs and just kind of break open the team.
Hmm. That's kind of going to be the concern. Obviously, you want to try to keep your games fast, keep them quick, stay on your feet. But there's a few pieces here that maybe stop you from doing that. Namely, Volcanic Torterra doesn't
Right.
keep your momentum the way it needs to be.
No.
And then, on top of that, there's a few mons that I don't think go into the sun fully. Definitely can do
Yeah.
well,
I can.
but there's
And
some pieces.
it'll be fast games. Like you can guarantee there can be like 20 less turns, but
Right. And I think if Seamaker can get most of these games to 20 minutes or 20 turns or less, then he's going to be able to win a lot of them. But he needs to play them quick,
right.
get them to that point. All right, we're going to number 10, I guess. Yeah, 10. I can't
10.
fucking count right now. Frog Duck. This is mono fighting. Now, what we were kind of saying about this initially is it's got a lot of mono fighting traits. It is super duper duper physical to a point where there is just next to zero special attack on this team. So you just fully invest into your Fizdef
Yep.
and hope that that'll work. And, I think it probably will if you can just be as physically defensive as possible.
Yeah. And we do
Now,
have a lot of
yeah, go ahead, sorry.
physical types. We do have a lot of physical types on in the pool. We have flying, we have ground, we have normal.
Right, but those
All of
types that
those
are
are
generally physical become special to extents because of the options you now have in fusions.
true.
And that's like I'd hope you would have gone for like a Caldeo for this.
Audio can solve this team a lot.
Um, Caldeo's a great one. Toxicroak, Infernape. Toxicroak's low tier one, but yeah, Nape's great for that. You got a few different fighting options that you could have leaned in special there. Would have helped a bit.
Yep.
And then there's not just not much. Sorry, general bulk on that special side as well. I mean, you got the
No.
Virizion Gallade in
Brazilian
the.
Gallade, Aegis slash Chestnut,
It's
but
pretty solid for fighting in terms of its spit F side.
it
It was the
is.
types
It's
though, like
yeah.
well, Ground and Ghost specifically seem a little bit rough for this type. So it
Yep.
kind of ended to a 19.5. Anyways, we go to Art now. Electric. 19.5 as well. Or just around the same range there. Um,
Yep.
so this is a weird one. Because it's bulky electric. Which is not what you
It is.
see often.
No.
Generally, you'll see this thing want to hit quickly, get pivots in, keep that momentum swinging as fast as possible. And you can still swing the momentum here, but you just don't have the speed.
No. And
Instead,
that's
you're
kind of
fast.
something that's gonna hurt.
It will hurt it a bit. I think there are some components that really do work for this bulky electric, though. Bellybolt Orthworm, for example, great mon. Samurott Asui,
Yep.
Iron Thorns. Ceaseless Edge is great. Braviary Hands is fucking amazing. That's going to hit really hard. Your removal
Frostmoth
isn't the best
Jolteon.
either. And you're
Yeah.
pretty well off into your weakness in ground. Great pick on the
Yeah.
Orthworm.
Yeah.
It's always a
Got
good
great
grab.
ground weakness, or you can handle ground pretty well. Can hit back with that Samurai Iron Thorns. You got the Frostmoth Jolteon, which can handle special bulk a bit better,
Mm-hmm.
especially with the ice scales.
Now,
Um,
there is the point of it where, some of this bulk is a little bit lackluster, though. You've got slow
guys,
mons,
yep,
but not a lot of bulk with them. You got a lot of guys that kind of want to set up
yep,
on a team where you have enough. You want to abuse your raw power as quickly as possible. You only have so many turns to abuse your electric terrain to take advantage of your strength here, and you've got a lot of setup, which is going to make it so you don't necessarily use the time you have to its fullest.
correct. Like it almost seems like the terrain's gonna be an end game, not throughout the game.
Possibly like a slight. You would want to hope for it to be a breaking technique, but I guess you can't use it as much as one
Yeah,
as you'd probably hope. So that's where this would land at 19 and a half. Onward to normal 20 and a half with Yofwai here. So I think Cam was the one who first mentioned it feels like there needs to be a Mega Lob on this team. I remember saying like Statland Terracion's gonna, be fine anyways. The lack of a U-turn there is pretty detrimental, I feel, to that mon
yes,
specifically.
yep.
I do think it's
I mean,
still a
you
great
got
mon,
great.
by the way.
It will be a great one. It's a good substitute. No momentum is a little rough for it. It's
For that
got
one, yeah.
better physical bulk and special bulk
Now
from the
there's also just a
Megaloth.
few. There's a few components I love about this as well, though, right? Raikou Taurus is very unique. Love the way you're using Sheer Force on that as a mixed attacker. Wiggly
Yep.
Puku, great use of low tier points. 42 Golem, same deal. great use of
Yep.
those low tier budget. Like I think all 8 mods are bringable on this team, and not just bringable, but will perform pretty well. At the same time, nothing screams to me. Spectre Lop's pretty solid, but nothing kind of screams out and says, "I'm going to break you."
Right.
Now, Laxash is
Like,
going to
yeah,
be
you
fat
got
as
the
fuck.
usual suspects of Spectre, Lopunny, Stoutland, Thrakion, but
Oh,
if everybody
actually,
zeroes
the
in on
Arcanine Heavy
those,
Palm is going to be a breaker.
that's, yeah, 105 will give it breaking power for
Rockhead Double
sure.
Edge, Rockhead Blitz.
Oh, yeah.
I just kind of picked that up now.
Yep.
Pretty neat. The main reason why though this team was on the lower side, I believe, was because of a lot of its matchups into types that are in the division. So water, I mean you have the Pyuku, but it is also kind of set up fodder while being unaware. It gets toxic down.
Yes.
You're in a bit of a rough position there. Ground, not great matchup there.
Nope.
Psychic, I mean it's not in the division, so you're fine. Flying though is not a great matchup here. There's a lot of
No.
matchups that just do not feel great for you. I mean, Fairy even isn't that good of a matchup in terms of type wise. I think it has
Yeah,
the
no.
raw stats, but not necessarily all the typing, the secondary typings it needs to hold its own.
Correct.
That's kind of
It's
what I'd say.
it it does what normal does best. It's very versatile, but at the same time, I think it's the wrong versatility of being not enough
I mean, I
instead of
think
too much.
honestly, then the big thing is just I'd have liked to seen a normal grass here. I think to help
Normal
shore
grass
up
would
that
go a
ground,
long
to
way.
shore up the water. You're gonna be
Normal
there's no
poison
psychic
could
in the
also
division, that's
work.
fine, but no, not poison as much because you just want to cover the water one as well,
Well, yeah,
or like a levitating dragon or something with normal.
yeah,
But I think something to just cover that a bit better would have been quite nice here, and it's a bit nitpicky, so it does get a good deserving 20.5 out of 30.
yep.
Onward we go to Brandelope now. Mono Ghost, 21.5 out of 30. It's going to hit fast. It's going to hit hard. That's what this team's going to do.
That yes, it's gonna
That's
break and it's just gonna keep on
breaking.
going.
It's very simple. It's a very simple explanation here.
Yeah, yeah.
Rachel
The
Finale,
Buffalon
Bramble Gas is
Dragapult.
nice. Wind
Yep.
Rider, very nice is on that as well to cover for Hurricane.
Yeah.
Best thing you can give in terms of an attempt at an immunity, at least.
Yeah,
Um,
because you have bulk upsets that you can run with the Wind Rider, so it kind of covers both ends a bit better.
you got some great breakers up top as well here. Like, I mean, Dragapult's, no matter what it's with, is going to do a solid. I don't know if Buffalon gives in any ghost move, though, so it's going to be a little bit harmful. The thing is, again, you are Ghost already. You've got 7 other mons that can play with the Ghost type moves. So that kind of works out for you. Fluttermane Frogadier is going to be very scary. I think I love that pick. I love the Drippling Gyarados as well. I think those two to
Yeah.
me stand out. Sidgewise also quite nice. I think those are very good use of your top tiers here. I mean, Ghost will do that. It's got a lot of top tier options to play with.
And it's got some decent low tier options to play with the Mischievous, with the Duskull.
Mm-hmm. It does some solid ones down there. Again, another thing that holds the team back though is its type matchups. Not good into fire, not good into electric, not good into flying, not good into fairy. It's a little bit rough in that sense, where those are 4 neutral matchups in this division
Yep.
that you now struggle into and don't get rewarded for.
Yep.
Great team,
And
but it does struggle into those.
even with Dark, like yes, you only got the one Dark matchup, but Knock being running around all over the place
Well, that's just
hurts a
again the
lot.
concept of Ghost. It's not. I can't knock that because it is Ghost. Right?
Yeah,
Ghost is going to be weak to knock. That's just how it
it
is.
is. But you could have had a few more resistances to it, I
Ghost
guess.
Fairy would have been nice to see, I think.
Yep.
Instead of, one of the bug or the grass. I know you went both Brambleghast and Bramblin to try to get the immunity, but I think a Fairy would have just been better there. You can forego a little bit on flying there.
Yeah.
So that leads it to 21.5. I had 7. Braylen 7.5. Lex was 7. Jag Panther next with 23 out of 30. This is the 6th place team we have here. And it's very solid. And that's kind of just what describes this team. It's very balanced. Got great top 2, especially in terms of its breaking power. And a lot of lower level bulk here in terms of where they are. Good utility, great pivoting. 7 out of 8 mons on this team pivot around to open up the ways to get in Dougie A, Roaring Moon, and then Chiyu Manetric.
Yep.
Yeah, Lex, good things.
Well, kind of like you said, it's a balanced team. Like nothing stands out. Like, oh, this team is dangerous, but that works to its favor. It's a well balanced team that will just slowly either grind people to a halt or just kind of surprise people and just knock them out quickly. Because you do have that Dugtrio Roaring Moon, Chiyu Manetric. That Chiyu Manetric's just gonna click
Gulliver 2 Cannon
buttons with
even is
beats and
really
moves.
nice. You've
Yep.
got options of ways to play it. B Blast is always a fun
Yep.
move. Love it. Now, the issue that I have with this team is it doesn't do anything at all into the types it's weak to.
Yeah.
Like, you are super weak to Fairy. You're not great into Bug. You're not great into fighting. It's the types you are weak to, you are very, very weak to here. And that can lead to some issues in those matchups because a lot of your points are going to be yielded from that specifically.
Correct. And
Now,
even some of the neutral matchups, flying, you got one resist, ground, don't really have anything for outside the Guzzler 2 Cannon.
mm-hmm.
I do not trust that Wallaby coughing to be a ground answer.
Well, to go back as well to the being bad into the types you're already weak to, your resists
Yeah.
are just your lowest valued mons. Right? Your fairy resists are Volby Coughing and Oricorio Skunk Tank. That's going to get punched pretty clean open. You're going to be leaning on that Volby Coughing for a lot of your weak points because it's only beats ground. But it's also, an NFE. So I'd love to see, a higher tier Dark Poison to handle more load on this team. To just kind of alleviate that pressure.
Yeah.
It's okay if you take the weakness to ground. No, I'm kidding. But just moving some pieces around would definitely do it a favor here.
Yes. It would do a lot of favors, just changing a few pieces.
But,
Like,
it's very
like
solid
we
all
said,
around.
team's not bad.
No,
It's
very
balanced.
solid all around. Great pieces, top end. Bottom end's a little bit more underwhelming, but the top end's really great here. So for 23 out of 30. Next, top 5 now. Venicanix, Mono Steel. Now, I mentioned the first thing I saw when I saw this team was this team just feels like a better version of a normal Mono Steel team. It has the physical attacking with the physical bulk, less on the special sides. A lot of rockers, not so much pivot, but more than normal. Some more recovery options than they normally had, but still not a lot of them.
Oh.
And it's just going to be a little bit slow and hard.
Yeah. It's legitimately just a steel type
It
team.
is a very bare bones steel team. I mean, Santa Scorch Red Steel is going to be your no weakness mon. It's great. I wish it could pivot, but it's great.
Right.
Golurk Melmetal is going to hit really fucking hard because it's just got a high attack stat. And now gets port
Electrosine
from
Preds is going to
Golurk.
be.
Yep. Electro Shred's going to be good. I kind of wish I could see like a better sort of a wish passer on this team. Would be nice.
Yeah.
I think it would help distribute the load a little better.
Yeah. Just give it everything some more healing outside of just rest, which hurts a little bit.
Right. And you have Ferrothorn Leech Seed and Empoleon Roost, Gligar Roost, and Noivern Roost. But it's like your big, bulky guys, your Electros Treads, your Registeel Santa Scorch, your Golurk Melmetal can't heal. And those are your big stat guys. There's no way to really support them that much, and so they will kind of struggle that way. Overall, though, very strong. It's just, as I said, steel team, but better than normal. So, kudos to that. Good 24.5. Anyways, 4th, we have Eel, 25 out of 30. with the Mono Fairy team here. Lex, do you want to start us off?
Fairies, start your engines. You're gonna 6 turn wins here. This team's gonna hit fast, hit hard, which Fairy is not really known for, which I do kind of like this take on the Fairy team. Like you have so many fast breakers on the physical side, special side. Bulk is a little iffy. Like yes, you do have the Florges Capraja that can take a hit.
It's the
It's
physical bulk
just
specifically.
yeah. It's one of those if a team can slow this team down, it might expose more weaknesses than what there is.
It's going to be hard for this team to play a long game. But
Yes.
the use of electric terrain here, gives this team a lot of outward offensive presence, and it's also just very unique that they're using electric terrain for Fairy to propel itself forward with the unburdened Valiant, or not the unburdened, the Cork Drive Valiant Semi-Seer, the unburdened Slurpuff Sand Slash with 1,000 Arrows, the Enam being tinted. You should have these offensive options that are going to pierce through, and then bulky option and Florges that can still put the output on. I also
Right.
wish the team had a bit more pivot. I think that's the other thing holding it back a little bit is, you got your Coco, your Togedic gets it. You have a baton passer or two here too, but maybe a lot of dead turns just baton passing, not necessarily getting the momentum you want out of the turns.
No. But again, it kind of leans into that they're going to just hit hard, hit fast, and then try
Yeah,
and
this
end
team's just
games
gonna hurt.
quickly.
It's gonna hurt. But it does have a more solid backbone than some of the teams that are all offense. So it is,
Yes.
it's HO, but or a very off not HO, but a very offensive team, but with some kind of a backbone behind it, and a bit more of an ability to shift into your mode and pull back out of it. You're not all in.
Yeah, because you got the Toga Jet, War Turtle, Florges, Capraja, so you got
Yeah,
some Wish Pass in
it's
there.
basically just an offensive team that actually has the ability to reset.
Yes.
Anyways, top three, third, HGC, 26 out of 30. Let's go.
This is a very unique team for grass. You got the Wailord Rillaboom, which I think everybody loved, the 146 HP
It's fat, fat.
thick with Grassy Glide.
With 75 defense as well. It's the spin F's obviously a
Yeah,
little lackluster, but you
that's a
can't get
little
everything.
lackluster.
You can't
The
have everything
thing
in
with
the
this
world.
team is, yeah, the speed drop is a little weird,
No, that's
but
fine. Oh yeah,
Grassy
101
Glide,
to 78. Right.
you got some nice utility with the Savali Zarude, which can give you any type that the matchup demands. Meganium, Heatran, no immune or no weakness, or one weakness, I guess, fighting.
Yeah.
That's going to be really hard to break.
Yeah. I do, again, I do wish McGinney Petra could pivot, especially because it's going to be your main sort of leaning point. Sinistcha
Yep.
Garganackle as well, but I'm just kind of a pivot whore. It is what it is. Um,
I mean,
very,
it's
very
format.
solid team. There are some types that, I don't feel like you should be bad into that you are. Dark,
Yes.
fair. Dark's not great for you. Fighting's not great for you, both in the division. Um, but there is also some other types that can get you here and there. That gap, obviously, as well. But you're playing grassy terrain pretty well. Seamus Guy Gal was a demon offensively. You have great defensive pieces too, so you're playing a very strong, balanced game here. The pivot's good, removal's good. Really, the only big sort of nitpicks are going to be, some of your tight matchups and some of your pivoting options.
Right. And those are manageable.
Yeah, and I think the other one is Seamus Guy Galv is great. Below that, there's some. I mean, I guess there's a few guys that jump out. The Golbat Wormadam is also solid, so the LCD guys are good too. No, very
Yeah.
solid. Very few things we can say about this team, so led to 26 out of 30. Now for the unofficial top two. We got Lex's team here. So I'm gonna yap about this all myself, and then we'll say the last one afterwards. So we have 26 out of 26.5 on this. Um, Big thing we see here, it's faster team, but also still has the bulk. It didn't hemorrhage the bulk for the speed, which is pretty nice to see. You have great utility across the board here. You've covered your electric weakness insanely well because your 4 immunities is pretty solid. It kind of makes electric very hard to click because you just will have dead turns. Ice rock, not bad covering in terms of either. No real weaknesses in terms of type matchups outside of fire being a little bit odd. The bulk's great as well. Great use of that. Good physical special split. Concerns mainly Woe Channel Atari not being able to pivot. That guy being stuck where it is and slowing the momentum down for the team may be a little bit rough because it does lean a bit more on the offensive side of things. But that's really all there is to say about it. It's just that guy there.
I mean, that guy in Celestia Articuno, like that one is going to require some correct placement.
Right, it's just going to
Otherwise,
be a
it will
place
be
where
a
people
dead
can get
turn
their
too.
run going now. Right, they'll start running in there. Flygon Raptor is also a little bit of a. You wish it had some better stat line, and the
Yeah,
type is a bit weird. But we have to nitpick that to get to that point, though.
yeah.
Always love the water flying lightning rod from Zapdos, lightning rod from Nihi too. Great sweeper on that special side. Everything feels like it does something. I do think the physical bulk is a bit lackluster as well because you do only have give or take 45, or sorry, you're averaging like 74 Fistef.
Yeah.
Your top one is 93, so it's not insanely good, but you're there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
very solid team.
Yeah.
And then we go to our scoring here. We actually didn't have the other person score, so it was me, Braylen, and Peachy jumps in here to score this. So we want to try to remove our bias as much as possible from this as well. Again, also you've got a bad matchup of Ghost.
Yep.
That's really it. Anyways, go. Do your thing. I'm not talking.
Ground. Great thing about ground is it does what it does well. It's very bulky. It can hit hard. You have the adaptability from Fugalgi Zygarde to surprise people and kind of just murder or like kind of break open teams. It will punch holes. You do have a little concern with the speed that's not easily alleviated like grass is with Grassy Glide, but you still have the Durant Landorus that can get off special and physical hits on the fast side. Um, reasons, like, and your type matchups are a little, the neutral ones are okay. Flying neutral too, which you do have pieces to uh, alleviate. You got 2,000 arrow users. You have the ice sheer forcer. So anybody that wants to try and hide behind a flying type are just going to get blown up. Ghosts, you have one immunity to, but it's Protean, so you're going to lose that immunity almost immediately. So it's a little questionable on that.
Hey, I just run sturdy. Don't worry about it. But I think the big thing here that at least I was a fan of, I would have also scored my own team a 9, by the way, if I could. Big thing I'm a fan of here is that you're not defensively checking flying, you're offensively checking flying. So it's not just facing the mono flying team, you're hitting every flying type you're going up against. And so you're kind of just saying, I'm only weak to ground, grass and bug, two of the most common types in the game. And
And
so,
even with grass, you got the Dragalge with poison adaptability, so grass isn't even a check there as well.
to that
And you
degree,
got
yeah.
Sap Sipper from Azumarill Swampert, so you can't really spam grass moves into you.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, that's that. I won because I had an Azumarill. Peachy wanted the Azumarill to get the higher score. That's how we broke the tie. Um, Thank you all for watching. We're going to have a few more of these coming out soon. Have a great season, everybody, and enjoy. Peace out.